Good morning, everyone. Bright and early on a Sunday morning. We're changing the pace a little bit for this week's debrief, though you don't slow your pace if you're on the treadmill, because I know many of you watch while you're on the treadmill early in the morning. But we're going to start with a look at some of the newer tech gadgets that are out. We're looking for ways to simplify our lives, and so we brought Josh Golden on. Josh is the man behind something called GOLDENSGADGETS.
All right,
you have a passion for tech stuff.
Every day.
So you came here to bring us up to speed on some things that you think could help make our lives a lot simpler.
Right. A lot of times technology, anything new technology-wise, seems to add a layer of complexity, and optimally, it shouldn't. So the thoughts I have for us today is to sort of figure out, hey, how do we make these things a little bit easier to sort of adopt into your life? Okay, good. Well, the first one I'm really interested in, because this is my life. We have an image of what it looks like around my house, and the kitchen, and certain other outlets. Tell us about it. It does get really bad. You have the different your plugins for your laptop and your iPads and your iPhones and things that are actually on your counter that end up sort of making it look quite ugly. The goal is to have it be a little bit evolved and perhaps have something that looks a little more akin to this.
Okay.
A little easier.
All right, so tell us about
The Leviton has a product here that's great, and also it allows you to specifically not only plug in things that you might actually need to plug in, but it has 2 USBs. Some of them have actually 4 USBs or even higher.
Okay.
But it enables you to sort of connect directly in the USB right into the outlet. And it does take a little bit of installation.
All right, fair enough. But I should be able to do it. The layperson should be able to do it.
Layperson should be able to jump in.
And you said also charge a little bit faster, too.
It does. It actually has a little chip in there that allows us sort of the speed of charge to actually be more effective than just your standard adapter.
All right, so I don't have to unplug the toaster and then plug in the thing. Okay, good. Fair enough. What's the price on this, roughly?
This is between $19 and $24, depending upon the quantity of USBs that you get.
Okay, all right. Now, the next one, for an old school print guy like me, believe it or not, even though I've been broadcast, writing down my notes, tell me about this one.
Right. Ordinarily, you have a lot of people who are taking notes. Journalism,
exactly.
In the world of taking notes. I actually take a lot of notes.
Right.
I endlessly ignore the notes that I've just taken, like within moments.
Okay.
And I found that I thought perhaps if I can incorporate some technology piece into it, allow me to effectively capture what in fact is a great piece, an instrument, which is the jot script from a joint. And what it in fact does, it makes the experience of writing much more like a pen versus this generic, what they call the competitive sort of just the capacitive tip.
Oh, so the point here has evolved a little bit from when some of these first came out. Okay.
As well as this has a Bluetooth interface as well, so that in fact when you're writing with it, it can actually ignore your actual wrist doing the work.
Okay.
Let me just bring this up.
All right.
In
so
a moment.
It's an app on my.
It will be an app, yes, absolutely, and it is an app, and it interfaces with Evernote as well. So the way this works, of course, you have the capacity to actually, you have to turn on, to actually write a note on the screen here. And it enables you to make, obviously drawings. You can import pictures. Okay. You can import, notes that you write here. But it also saves forever in the cloud.
Forever. That's a key word. All right. But it does make it a lot easier to, especially when you're thinking stream of consciousness.
Absolutely right. I find it to be now my only way that I'm taking notes, and also I'm able to refer to them at a later date.
Okay. All right. Good. Now the thing that we all deal with in our households probably.
It's a bad problem.
We've got all these great new devices coming along, these great things that we can watch content on, right? But we always have these remotes. Tell me about it.
Yeah, the average is 4 to 5 remotes that sit on any sort of home entertainment center. And the biggest problem is not necessarily the quantity of remotes. It's that no one else knows how to actually use your exact setup. Normally it's TV on and the cable box on and the amplifier on. Oh, you got to turn that other thing and flip the switch.
Right.
Very hard to do. I've been a big fan of Harmony, and Logitech just bought a Harmony remote. It's a great solution. And actually, from the very, very high-end tech to the sort of simplistic solution, this enables any user to feel very comfortable. For example, my wife, who is not necessarily the most technologically savvy, but she gets it. She's able to appreciate, I want to watch TV, I want to watch a movie, or I want to watch Netflix, or whatever it happens to be. It is right there, the button is right there in the touch screen.
So you're able to get all this interface?
The whole thing there. You program it. It's a little bit of upfront programming, but allows you to sort of go to the right channels immediately.
Or Netflix, or alternate between the two, or play a game,
exactly. Change to whatever infrastructure or any data that you like to watch. Then the most important thing is you always know exactly where it is because it has a charger that you put back in, and the batteries never go out.
And I'll have more space on the counter because I won't have all these plugs going in.
That's exactly right.
Price on that one, you said there's a variation.
This is $349 for the actual touchscreen version.
$349, all right, so that's a little
but
pricey.
$129 for the version that is actually doesn't have a touchscreen, but it's still just as good.
Okay, still may be worth it. Hey, you say you'll answer questions about tech if people have that.
I do. It's my Twitter address, @JoshuaJGolden, and I answer questions. And in fact, I'm thinking about the topic for weeks to come, so I will always welcome thoughts.
Golden's Gadgets, all right, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Life's feeling simpler already.
Yes.
We'll be right back on The Debrief.